A lifetime of Decembers. Dear Santa, I wanted to write to you this Christmas season, but found I was too busy to find the time to do so. I have written before, mostly when I was young and a few times when I got older. I never got an answer or a sign that you even got my notes, but I wrote anyway. I thought of you, though, this December. It was a Friday night, probably mid-month, and my wife dragged me to the mall to pick up a few things. We were surprised to find almost no one there. We speculated that it was probably due to the time of day, 6 p.m., and that most folks with kids were home having supper. And there you were, sitting in your giant chair with your trusty helper standing by. You were beautiful. Your long flowing beard, the brilliant suit, and even from afar I caught a glimpse of the twinkle in your eyes. But in a way you looked lonely. I felt bad about that. I thought briefly that maybe we should go over to speak to you, but then declined, as that would have been foolish for an adult to do. I regret that decision today. For many years you were my idol when I was growing up. I had what I considered a miserable childhood, and I spent many a day wishing that I would just grow up and be done with it. We moved a lot, which made it worse. Every year it was a different town, a different school, different friends. Some Decembers I would wonder if you would even find me. And I always had my Christmas list ready. There would be 6 or 8 very important things on that list, all carefully selected to make sure I cashed in even better than the year before. That list kept me going all month, and I would make the last-minute additions or subtractions as needed, hoping to capitalize on the day. But then when Christmas morning came and my sister and I ran out to see what you brought, I would find that my list was unfulfilled. But somehow I was still excited, still happy with the proverbial underwear and socks, and the book, the ever-present book. Then the season would wane, and the tree would come down, and we would move on, with Christmas forgotten, only to lie dormant somewhere in our minds, waiting to come to life in another year. I grew older, and I forgot my lists. I came to believe that you weren't real. I went about my Decembers doing my shopping and my decorating and giving gifts, but I always had this empty feeling. I would spend time wishing that you were really real because that when I needed you the most, that you let me down. That all changed this year. When I saw you sitting there in your glorious attire, but kind of lonely, I realized you really did exist. Your persistence in playing out the charade, your attention to details of your costume, your patience to simply sit there alone, just on the chance that someone would come along who believed, really struck me. Then I made the fatal mistake of passing up the chance to go talk to you, a mistake that I will always regret. Christmas passed. Presents were opened, food was shared, friends were greeted. Now it's New Year's Day. This morning I woke up and suddenly realized you had not let me down all those years. Instead, you brought me what you knew I needed every single year of my life. Each December, you filled my life with hopes and dreams of a better life. Oh, I thought that what I needed was a new bike or some popular toy, but you were wiser. You knew exactly what I needed. And it took all those years for me to understand that you brought me a lifetime of Decembers to help me get through. A full month, every year filled with the hopes and dreams of a happier life to come. A gift I could never imagine as a child, but yet cherish as an adult. So I won't be sending you any more lists. There's nothing else that I need or want. You've covered all of that and more. I do have one wish, though, and that is, I wish that you could make all the others realize this as well. It would make for a better world. So we'll see you next year, Santa. Steve.